Are you starting to feel overwhelmed by Christmas? Let's clean and declutter together using the rule of 3. Hey everybody, as you can see, I have my crew here today and we are going to be applying the rule of 3. What that means is I'm going to have each kid choose 3 things that they don't want now and that we can get rid of. If you are at all new to my channel, then you may not know that my oldest son is deaf, so you may see me using sign language here and there throughout the video. But today we are gathering to apply the rule of 3. And what that means is by having each kid choose 3 things that they no longer want. So instead of going through and looking at a room and saying, I'm going to declutter this room and laying hands on every object, this is a way that my family uses to declutter quickly. And it is so efficient, especially when we have 4 kids and each kid takes 3 items they no longer want. Once we do that and each kid chooses 3, sometimes I even have them go back through and choose 3 more items or even 2 more items. And instead of looking at every item and laying your hands on each and every item that is in the room, they are able to process that a lot easier and quicker, and I am as well. And instead of feeling overwhelmed by all of the clutter in the room, you can quickly look at the room and say, oh, I don't play with this, this, and this. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. And by the time each of my kids has done that, that's 12 items that we no longer have to keep in our room and that we have decluttered. By the time we do this, we've actually ended up decluttering a lot out of this room. We got over a box full of items. I was able to declutter even more than that as I cleaned today, which is also one of our other goals. I don't know about y'all, but I was totally overwhelmed after Christmas. If you were the same, give me a thumbs up down below, because Christmas was such a fun season, and with all the decorations and all the toys and all the sweet memories, I know that this is a season that I'm going to miss. I absolutely love my little ones and love getting to see them play with all these fun toys, and I know that this phase will come and go very quickly. And so I am not rushing it away. However, if you are like me and a busy mom that just wanted to try to keep the magic alive during Christmas, I'm sure you're probably also exhausted at this point as well. And so today was not about deep decluttering. It was all about just the quick declutter that you can do in just a moment time to make you feel like you're getting somewhere, give you that quick, easy win so that you feel like you're getting somewhere under your belt and that you're actually accomplishing something. It helps you feel a little bit more refreshed, and that way when things have kind of settled down, Christmas has passed, New Year's has passed, and everybody's back into a normal routine, you can come back and do a more deep declutter later. But even with the new year, this is something that can allow you to feel like you're refreshing your house by decluttering it quickly. And then later on, when things have calmed down, you can go back and do a much deeper declutter. We have a yard sale coming up, and this is something that we definitely want to do. But because I was so overwhelmed with all the stuff, we have so much stuff right now. I think the buzzword right now in the declutter world is inventory. You need to decrease your inventory. And that is so true. We just, it's so easy to accumulate stuff during Christmas, and because you're already overwhelmed, the bandwidth to actually go and try to declutter your house is just not there. You're just trying to almost be in survival mode of keeping the magic alive during Christmas while taking care of yourself and loving on your kids and just trying to slow down enough to enjoy those sweet memories. But my mental capacity to do a deep declutter is just not there right now. So the rule of 3 and having each kid pick out 3 items allows me to do that really quick declutter. And then later, when things have settled down, I can go back and do a deeper declutter. Like I said, we have that yard sale coming up, and it's a neighborhood-wide yard sale. So I'm actually excited because it's our first time our neighborhood is doing that. And before that happens, I am going to try to go through and hopefully declutter a lot more. But on this day, at this time, I also knew I wanted to reset my house, get it all cleaned up, take all the Christmas decorations down, and put those away. And that's just such a big undertaking and big task. And so I didn't want to overdo it. And so easy to do that this time of year. I want to thank my kids because this day definitely would not have gone as smoothly if they had not stepped in and helped as much as they did. Each of them were excited and wanted to help, and so I gave each of them little tasks that I felt were age appropriate that they were able to help with. And I'm very grateful for their help because, keeping a house together is definitely a team effort. I don't feel that it should be fully on the mom. It is definitely some self responsibility for each kid. And I try to teach that and teach independence. But, on days like this where it could have been totally on me, I was grateful for their little hands and their helpful attitudes. So thank you guys for doing that. If you have any suggestions or things that your family does that is a quick declutter or things that you do in your household to declutter, definitely put it in the comments down below. I want to build that community of encouragement and, teaching each other and helping each other. So if you have things, tips and tricks that help you guys to declutter, put it down in the comments below. We would love to hear them. I would love to hear them, especially as a mom of four. We always love to hear those things that hopefully help life go a little bit smoother. As you can see, my dining room became the staging room for decluttering all of the Christmas gear and Christmas decorations. And so my first goal was just to gather like things with like things. So here I'm going around the house. My daughter is helping me in this moment, and we are just grabbing anything and everything that is Christmas related and putting it on the dining room. And the closet that I keep our decorations in is a huge, deep coat closet. And I typically don't let myself keep anything if it doesn't fit in that closet, with the exception of course, some of the Christmas trees. We can't get those in that Santa Claus in the background. But anything else, if it doesn't fit in there, then I am not allowing myself to keep it because I use that closet to keep Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, Easter, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Halloween. I think I already said Halloween, but all of the things, all the holidays have to fit in that closet. And if it doesn't, then I can't keep it. And it keeps me kind of contained a little bit because I love Christmas. I love Halloween. I just love decorating and making it a fun time of year for my kids. And so, as you can tell, Christmas looks like it kind of exploded in this room a little bit. And so, we are just taking everything and slowly packing it all away and going through it. My hope too is to go through this and also declutter because, this is the perfect time to declutter your holiday stuff because it's already all pulled out, and there are items that I plan to declutter or get rid of just because I'm hoping to clear up space. So, for example, one of those things is you see that Christmas tree in the back right of the screen in that corner of the dining room. That is a beautiful Christmas tree that we were gifted from a family member, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but it doesn't have any of the colors of the rest of my house. And it also takes up space in our garage, and we are hoping to kind of turn our garage one day, hopefully, when we can declutter enough, into a small gym for our kids because it gives them a space to kind of let out energy, especially if it's raining outside. And that way, if by removing that's one of the items less that I have to worry about. And so that also has other decorations that kind of go with it too. And so we are gifting those back to the same family member, and she's going to be able to give that to another family member that may get to use that as their Christmas tree, which I'm happy that it gets to still continue on with a beautiful family and and hopefully they get to enjoy it as well. Every year, our family likes to go and get our Christmas tree from a Christmas tree farm that is family run, and this year was no different. And as you can see, these are the realities of having a real Christmas tree. You get to deal with all of the pine needles because no matter how much you water it, at some point during the season, it's just going to start shedding pine needles. And when you try to carry the tree out, it leaves a nice little trail that you get to then sweep. But the positives of it are the house smells fantastic. You have that Christmas tree smell throughout the season. It's beautiful. The family has a lot of fun getting to go up and travel to the mountains and buy our Christmas tree from a family run Christmas tree farm. And this year I was a little nervous after Hurricane Helene had hit that we just weren't going to be able to do it, because it was only a month later after the hurricane hit that we were going to get our Christmas tree, and a lot of that area was still, a lot of it still had no running water. A lot of them still didn't have power yet. It was just, that area was hit really hard. Our area was hit really hard, and theirs was hit even harder. So a lot of people were still struggling, but that made us want to go that much more because the family farm was open and they were selling Christmas trees. And at that point, they need that money. They need that business. They want that business. And we were able to still get up there and go as a family, get our tree and come back and really enjoy that season of getting to decorate it together and having that outing. We absolutely love doing that every year and supporting the family in doing that. And so I'm glad that we were able to do that, especially after the hurricane hit this year. The same as many of you guys, we also had some sweet little family members sleeping over during the holiday season. And I was really happy. The kids had a blast getting to have them over. So now this room is the room that I'm trying to focus on now to try to get it straightened back up. We had blown up a couple of air mattresses because it's always fun for them to get to sleep, in the playroom and get to spend that time together. And this is kind of our rec room playroom where the kids can just have fun and play games, play with their Barbies, read books, watch TV, all of those things. And they have a blast getting to all sleep together in this room. So now it's time to straighten it back up, but thankfully it goes pretty quick. It looks like a huge mess, but it really isn't too bad because the air mattresses kind of deflate themselves. These air mattresses are great. In the past, we used to have to roll across the air mattress to get all the air out. These, you just hook them up to the wall, twist the little knob, and it pulls all the air back out for you. Makes it a lot easier to manage. As I'm going through and cleaning and trying to declutter at the same time, again, I'm not doing a deep declutter, but if I happen to see something that I had been wanting to get rid of anyway, I go ahead and put it in that bin or the box. But I'm also having to remind myself over and over again that I'm not doing that deep declutter, that today is just the day of trying to reset the house, clean, and if I happen to see something, then go ahead and do it. But I caught myself, especially after I vacuumed and got a hold of that bookcase, I wanted to start going through all the books and all the little things. I had to remind myself that that's not what today is about. I'm just going to try to straighten them up real quick. And on a different day, when I have more mental capacity to do it, I will come back and go through all the books and try to declutter them completely. Now, again, if I happen to come across some stuff that I know my hand's already on it, I know I want to get rid of it, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So that's where we are today. Instead of trying to do the deep declutter, again, just remind yourself that today is rule of 3. Where you quickly try to choose 3 things that just jump out at you that you no longer want. If at this point, if you try to do a deep declutter while you're cleaning the house, putting Christmas decorations, this was an all day process. And at this point, I'm already having decision fatigue. So I know I just don't have the brain width to do the whole mini decision making on everything that I'm touching. But I know that that is something I want to do and plan to do. But today, we just want to try to give ourselves a quick, easy win. We can go back and do the harder decision making later on. Daisy is our 6-month-old GSP, which is short for German short-haired pointer. And if you have a GSP, then you know. They are just super hyper dogs. And she is our feisty little thing that you see running around, chasing the broom, chasing pretty much anything my hand goes towards. She is such a fun dog to have around, but they can be very, very hyper. So you want to make sure that you are exercising them for at least an hour every day. And on this day, obviously, you can tell she did not get that hour in, so her exercise is running around with me. GSPs are so easy to train for certain things, but they are also known to be a very hyper breed and especially stay puppyish for at least 2 years, the first 2 years of their life. And Daisy in particular ends up being kind of like a little kangaroo. She loves to dance and prance and bounce everywhere she goes, even if she's on the leash. And I'm sure I am not the only one that has a puppy that likes to do that. So give me a thumbs up down below. It is the end of the day, and y'all, I am tired. We were able to get all the things done, all the things, and my house is a lot cleaner. All the Christmas decorations are completely put away, and we were able to declutter using the rule of 3. I hope that this is such a simple tool, and I hope that you guys are able to use it to help declutter your house quickly with your family. It helps with that quick declutter that you just want to try to get rid of a few things and even involve your kids in the process. It makes it so simple. So I know it's the new year, guys, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me here at Autumn Leigh at home, and I am hoping that you guys have a wonderful new year and time with your family, and that 2025 is going to be the year for y'all. So please like, subscribe, and share, and I hope to see you guys next time.